Here's the thing. While things are rendering on my phone right now, I think I could definitely start reacting to shit at the moment. Okay, so this video that we're going to be reacting to comes from Atozi, and the QR code for this video is going to be for here. You're going to be finding this on YouTube, of course. So if you do find this video on YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Elite Night reporting for duty, and I'm going to be very much letting you know that not only Ubisoft, the likes of game companies should be held accountable for their own actions because their game looks like shit. But nuisance streamers who post anything on the internet, whether they're streaming or whether they're doing it online, they've got to have integrity for themselves. They've got to have high quality shit coming out of their asses, or else it's going to be called out. And if there are degenerates at all in the world, they're going to enable the streamer to do things live that the streamer will get very much in trouble for. And he does it anyway because he wants to be used by people who watch him. He does not self reflect on that, and he does not even apologize. He does not even do anything to change what he does. And that makes him someone worse. Who I'm talking about right now is Ramzi Ismail Khalid, otherwise known as Johnny Somali. And I think from a past reaction when it comes to him harassing, the last thing I heard on the from the very end of the video is that he got arrested. He got arrested by Korean police by prank calling them first, afterwards, getting drunk, and then he went shirtless and then got arrested by the cops when he was out there. He doesn't realize that he's watched and he is getting in trouble and he's getting in trouble. He is insane for prank calling. He is stupid, absolutely stupid for letting himself get arrested, and it's going to make things worse, absolutely worse. He is staining his own record. He doesn't even know how worse it gets for him. And he's making it more likely for him to spend time in Korea, and he doesn't give a damn about this. He thinks Koreans are beneath him. That's how bad this is. That's how bad he is, and that's how absolutely important it is for us to keep this guy contained and away from society. I have said it before, I will say it again. He needs to be kept away from society as soon as possible. Disrespectful IRL streamer arrested live in Korea by Atozi. He reported on this, and we're going to find out how worse Ramzi how worse he is, how worse off he is, how worse Ramzi is off, okay, with what he is doing. We're going to see this for ourselves, so we're watching.
Prank calling and being wanted for questioning by the Korean police was not enough for the most disliked streamer in the world because apparently
he really went out on the street and then he streamed himself there too. This is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic.
Apparently, just the next day, he continued to brag and prank call the police, then said if he got enough donations, he was going to run out and get arrested on the street. And that's exactly what happened. All while he has another ongoing criminal trial. They're currently adding...
He was insane for actually suggesting that, and he's stupid enough for actually doing it. That's how disappointing he is as a content creator. IRL streamers are not necessarily an equivalent to nuisance streamers. Nuisance streamers have a category of their own. Do not equate nuisance streamers with IRL streamers because not all IRL streamers are nuisance streamers. The nuisance streamers are entitled. They don't care about authority. They don't care about anyone who says what they're doing is bad. They don't care. That's what makes them absolute menaces and should never be included in society ever again when they rot in jail. No, yes, you can definitely say it. They should rot in jail. They should never get out. They should be forgotten by the rest of history, And even if they're not forgotten by the rest of history, they should be made an example of for other potential nuisance streamers. They should be made example. These nuisance streamers who are now getting in trouble, they should be made examples of so that other nuisance streamers will not repeat the mistakes these classic people are making. They're already considered classics now. And unfortunately, a stain on the internet, a stain on this life. They should not they should be uprooted from society.
More and more charges almost every single month now, and this most recent live stream might add another dozen charges. It just seems like his goal is to be stuck in South Korea for as long as possible, and he even acknowledges this.
I'm stuck in Korea for a long time. I don't know when I can go home.
Why?
The police will not let me go home.
It looks like this reality has slowly started to hit him over the last couple of days, as he suddenly seems very apathetic to where his life is going right now. But as you see later on, he's essentially crying for help because he wants to be sent back to the US. His only issue is everything he's currently doing will only prolong the amount of time he's in Korea. So he just starts off the stream as usual. He gets extremely drunk, then immediately goes on to harassing people. At this point, I guess he just treats harassing random people on his stream as a 9 to 5. Dude just clocked in and went to work. So I guess after a long, hard day of harassing innocent Koreans, he goes back to his apartment and prank calls 911 for his stream content.
Power chat right now. I swear to God, look at the upstairs. I'm calling the cops right now on the watch. I'm calling the cops right now. I'm calling the Korean cops.
So he wanted.
Man, he never cares for his own safety. He never cares for authority. Just like Paul Danino. Well, he more or less cares about the law. He's just being careful on how to exploit the law while the cops are not looking. That's how bad Paul Danino is. He's even worse. Ramsey, for a long time, has been a menace and should be taken away. Paul, he is a psychopath. He knows how to. He knows how to exploit the law and keep doing it. And being careful of not being spotted because he dissed Japan. He's dissing Korea. One of these days, I'm going to check his kick streams. And if there is any major news about him, yeah, we're going to find out soon enough. Ramsey, though, this guy is not taking a break. And neither are we sane people, huh? Neither are we.
Wanted someone to donate for him to prank call the police. Then someone donated $5, and that's exactly what he did.
Let me see the bread. Oh! And listen, are you police? Are you police?
Yes, police.
Police?
Yes.
You know my name? My name is Johnny Somali.
Johnny Somali.
Are you song for police?
Police emergency.
Give me one. All right, very good. Very good. We got it now. Nice. I thought there are things that need to be addressed, but thank God. These ones that I'm actually looking for, they're no longer needed there. Finally. I'm just compiling dashcam videos too. That's another thing of its own right now. I'm just making sure that these are out of the way. Give me a moment here. Let's move it. I'm not gonna be. No way. Select all. Let's delete, please. We are saving shit. Okay. We are saving shit. Sorry, I'm just making sure that my thing is. It needs to be uploaded. So yeah, let's continue.
Call 112. Do you need help in police?
Korean emergency 112?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Accident, I'm sorry. Watch. They give me a watch to call the police. I'm sorry, it's accident. Sorry, come to me that. Sorry, come to me that.
Okay, you're fine.
Sorry, I'm fine. I'm fine. Come to me that.
Okay.
Bye bye. Stop playing.
You see, his insanity is turning into idiocy at this point because now I'm seeing that he is drunk with power and he thinks that this power would stay. I am not a therapist, I am not a psychologist, but I can definitely feel that his drunkenness in power and his drunkenness, physical drunkenness because he is drinking, it's definitely leading him to something that we are expecting that would hurt him. And boy, do we like to see that. Boy, do we like to see that. I'm just waiting for it, you know. I'm just waiting for him to really trip up. You see, being arrested by the cops is not enough. It's really just not enough. It would actually be enough for him to jump off and then his head would suddenly be hitting the sharp edges of a fence and then he would be separated from life. Like permanently. We're just waiting for that. We are absolutely just waiting for that. Hey, yours truly, waiting for that too. Okay? Really just making sure to keep my eye on everything, to make sure that he trips up and then pays the ultimate price as much as possible. Okay? That's the best result.
I thought I was playing with you. Run up on it. Call the police. They got GPS. I ain't playing.
Dude thinks he's a legend for filming himself prank calling the police for $5. Yeah, that'll be showed in his trial. I mean, this guy very likely added yet another charge to his criminal case
Yeah.
for $5. He can't even buy a Big Mac with that here in the States. But then he gets another $5 donation, so he calls them again.
I'm calling the police right now.
This is how desperate he is. Thinking that all the attention would actually come to him. They're making sure the attention is on him so that he goes to prison and he rots for a long time. Or gets a better result, uproot him immediately, get him separated from life. I mean, that's what people would want. That's a more desirable approach. That's a more desirable thing, actually. Anyway, let me just up the bit rates so that we can make sure to keep this high quality and make sure to keep his ass expecting anything. Okay?
Hello.
Hello?
You know me, Johnny Somali.
Yeah?
Johnny Somali?
Somalia?
Johnny Somali.
Johnny Somali?
You Songpa police?
This is a Seoul Metro Police Station.
You're Seoul Metro Police Station?
Can you say English?
You are what police station are you?
Yeah, this is police station.
Seoul Metro Police?
Alright, this is police station.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Insanity leading to idiocy, leading to everything but idiocy. He's not helping himself. He's not self-reflecting. At this point, he's got a mental sickness. We really just need him to be separated from life. I'm saying it again and again and again. We need to keep him separated from life because his mental illness is hurting people, police officers included. And then this is just keeping his degeneracy going. He's still out there. He is still out there.
He keeps proving to me that he is the dumbest human being that I've ever seen in my life. This is what really happens when you go so long without any real consequences. You start to think that you're above them. And it's just going to be very humbling for him when the sentencing day comes, because that's only his first trial. If he keeps doing stuff like this and what we're about to see, there'll be many more trials to come. And he's stuck in Korea until all of the criminal trials are over, all of the time is served, and all.
You see, Koreans tend to very much go back to their basics when it comes to peaceful shit. And if they're ever provoked, and this is what Ramsey is actually doing, provoking the Koreans, they would make sure to actually prosecute to the best extent of the law, to make sure that he is humbled enough that he will never be repeating anything again. And if making sure that he spends time in prison actually would reform him, Korea would actually be doing him a big assistance here. But of course, that's not going to be expected. We're expecting him to actually trip off and then be separated from life permanently. That is a more desirable result at this point.
All the fines are paid, and then he'll also have to pay an additional $2,000 fine to get deported. On top of that, he could get a lifetime ban from Korea. But I guess that's just the least of his problems. But if we jump ahead a few hours, he's still extremely drunk and he ends up going to bed, but he keeps streaming. And it seems like he was going to go to sleep until his audience started donating again and telling him, hey, you got to get up. So he then shouted out the creator.
Do you see who's actually worse than the actual insane and dumb nuisance streamers like Ramsey? His own audience. Unfortunately, he is not always at fault. He is not absolutely always at fault. Ramsey, I will have to admit, is not always the one at fault on this, because the world tells him to do these things. It's not always his fault. It is always the fault of his own audience enabling him to do these things at all. To make sure that his own toxic audience makes absolutely sure that they make the nuisance streamer be toxic to everyone else when they tell him to be toxic. And that's exactly what he does in Japan. That's exactly what he does in Israel. And that's what he did in Korea before they took his equipment away. And that he's actually borrowing everything from Hank. These two should be in prison. Hank for being an accomplice, and for Ramsey for being the total douchebag and moron that he is. He knows what he's doing, but getting arrested just because of being enabled is idiocy. That's not insanity. It is idiocy. He doesn't think. He doesn't think of his reputation. He doesn't think of how people think about him. He is a problem in society. This is why I'm saying it. Being uprooted from society is actually better than being redeemed if all the things that are being said about you, you don't even reflect on. The many times that he is being told to stop and he doesn't stop, enough is enough. Uproot this guy from society and life permanently. Do not keep him anywhere. Do not keep him away from your country. Do not keep him in your country. Cut him off without additional malice. Cut him off.
Of the new website that he streams on.
Shout out the owner or whatever. You guys wouldn't have got this stream if it wasn't for the party owner. The owner of the website told me to go live tonight, so that's why I went live.
That's it.
You know, that's another thing we need to address. Party is absolutely biased towards the most degenerate and makes sure that there are viewers in the most degenerate platform. Because at this point, Party hosts Jack Doherty as well as Ramsey over here. So there is also a need to make sure that platforms do not go astray from what society expects of them. Well, what can I say? they're not exactly going to be expected much of anything that is sane at this point because they're Web3, they're crypto. Basically, they're allowed to do business and at the same time profit and at the same time get the most clout out of anything. Here's the problem. They build a bad reputation repeatedly. Even they would be hit, but Party does not care. PARTI, the streaming platform, Web3 streaming platform, does not care. And is also enabling Ramsey to do stupid, absolute shit. Which makes things worse. We gotta remove the site. We gotta make sure that the audience does not have any platform to watch Ramsey on. And we gotta make sure we keep Ramsey off the internet for good. Or off life for good.
Interesting. So if it wasn't for the creator of Party, this stream wouldn't have happened. But as I said earlier, because he was getting donations, he chose to go back outside, drunk, to rack up some more charges. Because why not at this point?
Oh my God! Sorry. Yo, sorry.
I mean, what's the plan after Party finds out that Ramsey is convicted over charges and then is going to spend prison time? Is he going to remove his profile? Only if he gets imprisoned because of a sentence will Party do that. Because there's always a more sensible pattern that for any arrested or convicted criminals, they get their platform slashed immediately when that happens. But in this case, Party does not have any sense. They only suspended Ramsey, but they got Ramsey back up. No, that's not supposed to be like that. Kick had banned him. YouTube banned him. Party, are you making sense of things? Are you absolutely just making sense of things and you want to keep him on your platform if he's a criminal right now? You want to keep doing that? You want to keep getting clout just because a criminal is in your platform right now? You want to keep doing that? You're not helping yourselves too, Party. You are not helping yourselves too.
Sorry. Hello. Oh, 감사합니다. Sorry. YouTuber. Oh, Vigo.
No, you're not a YouTuber. You are a disgrace, Ramsey.
Sorry. 감사합니다. I'm sorry. 감사합니다. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Oh, hell no. Oh, this is crazy.
He is embarrassing himself.
Oh, no, we're going to jail.
I guess that last comment right there was for seeing something.
Call the police. What you looking at me for?
He has exported the New York homeless experience to South Korea. Because what we're seeing and what we'll continue to see is essentially the same behavior, except Johnny is sticking a live stream camera in random people's faces on top of that.
Huh? Who? My friend. Oh, I love.
Wait to see the judge's face when they wheel in this bad boy into the courtroom and show the judge all this footage. But his whole persona starts to slip here because this is where we realize all of this is some extremely stupid strategy to go home.
Agreed.
Police are down. Bring them. I'm mentally. Send me back to America.
Again, dude's not going to be sent home to the US for years. And the more stuff like this that he does, the longer it's going to take him to be able to return home.
You know what do you know what I think about this? He keeps carrying that MAGA hat to make sure that he is always a big supporter of Trump because he believes Trump's degeneracy and his complacency towards criminals is more preferred. That's going to backfire on Ramsey because, first off, as much as Trump wants to make sure that the supremacists are always let go, and the and the hoax spreaders are let go. He has a thing when it comes to order. He has his type of order, and he has his type of preservation of a peoples he cares about, meaning white people, of course. He wants to keep illegal immigrants out. He doesn't like to keep illegal immigrants in the United States. That's understandable. There are just good and bad sides to his own policy. But upon seeing Ramsey making a fool out of himself in both Asia and the Middle East at a short amount of time for a few years, even Donald Trump would have to deny Ramsey his citizenship in the United States and keep him out of the United States by keeping him in a country that he is provoking. You see, Ramsey is provoking a country, testing them to see if they convict him. Trump would absolutely think that is a stupid way to go. And he would not be welcoming someone who is stupid. Trump knows exactly what he's doing. Unfortunately, he is no idiot. For me, that's a good and bad thing. He is insane as well. Okay, I'm also going to make sure that he's also in the insane category as well. But Trump knows what he's doing. He is a business mogul. He is a business mogul before he even became president, as much as we deny it. He knows what he's doing. And Ramsey right now, bad for business. He will not take Ramsey back to the United States. He will not even expedite Ramsey out of Korea and into the United States. No. Much as he would like Ramsey out of Korea, for Ramsey to experience living with his own people, MAGA, Trump would not waste his time to take Ramsey out of a country that definitely keeps their laws seriously enforced. Okay? Trump would not waste his time. He would not care for Ramsey because of his stupidity. And Ramsey is being told that he is stupid, and Ramsey doesn't listen. So Trump would definitely not care. I'm sure Trump would actually say, he's really just wasting his time being stupid. Let him stay there. I think that's what Trump would say. I think that's how Trump is going to say it. Because of Ramsey's stupidity, he is expected to just stay there and just repent on everything. Repent on everything, and should do no other thing than repent. Basically, he is going to lose his own support of his own president. Ramsey doesn't know that because he keeps chasing clout, and he is an idiot for getting himself in trouble. He is no longer just insane. He is an idiot.
And to make everything worse for him, he's doing all of this for like 10 viewers sitting there live. He's definitely going to be a fascinating case study on how live stream viewers hyped him up and convinced him to ruin his life for $5 donations. This is actually just absurd to see unfold in front of us, as every time I think he couldn't make things worse for himself, he does exactly that.
Bring the fence. I swear to God, if they bring the cops, I'm running on the cops. I'm running on the cops right now. I run around this thing like this. Chat, spam one in the chat. Spam one in the chat.
Again, we are watching a live stream chat destroy a man.
Yeah.
Asking themselves as his supporters. But he slips up again and he shows that he's really just trying to do this to get sent home.
Y'all, I'll put him in the hospital right now. Let's go. Y'all, I'm getting free. Send me home to America. Put us in the hospital. I'll put this in the hospital now.
When will he realize that the more he does stuff like this, the longer it will take him to get home?
Yes.
The strategy of not streaming for months actually worked out pretty well for him, except he wasn't making any money nor getting too much attention. And I think the lack of attention part was what really broke him. So I guess he will just willingly destroy his own life for that attention now. So he then goes back to screaming at people to call the police again. Outside first, then he goes inside to continue.
Somebody call the police. Somebody call the police. Call the police right now. Korea number one. Korea. 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 Yeah, you don't understand me. Call the police. Police. Call the police now. Call the police.
He is so stupid for thinking that he will always get his way.
Right there when you're yelling at people inside of a closed elevator to call the
Wow.
right now.
Let's go. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. I dare you. Call the police. Call the police right now.
He's just not doing himself any favors here. I guess he's just really just testing the limits of what you can get away with in South Korea. And this is just really where he found his temporary limit when he started messing around with another group of construction workers.
Let's support.
That's a big mistake. You keep interrupting services. That's what gets you arrested. He experienced that in Japan. He never learned his lesson, and he gets arrested. Not a surprise.
The construction workers. They want to charge me for doing twerking on the subway. I'm allowed to twerk in public. Boom, 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 boom. I want to That's it. Korea.
This is depressing at this point.
Yeah,
It's been depressing
it's
for a while now.
it's sad.
This is what I assume is rock bottom, right? It can't get lower than this, right? But thankfully, the police did finally show up.
Korea number one. Yes. Korea. Oh, police? Oh, what the? Who the f- are you? Relax. Don't touch. Why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? Oh my God, the police got me. It's great. Dad, I'm Beagle. Oh my God, look, you did this. It's your fault.
Give me a car.
I don't have.
This clown is in trouble again, and at the end of the day, he's going to be the one that has to deal with the consequences of his own actions. What they will actually be, though, that's still to be determined, because South Korea apparently moves through cases fairly slow in comparison to the States. So even though he hasn't received a punishment yet, does not mean that that's not going to happen. Especially if he keeps on doing things like this, it's just going to get worse and worse for him.
No, it's morning.
You cannot speak Korean?
English, Beagle.
저 본인이 경찰관이 대한민국 경찰관이
Beagle, English. My face. Be quiet. Come out. Translate. English.
너는 지금
English.
번째로
English.
No, stop.
In Seoul. The weather is nice, and an American live streamer is getting arrested for LARPing as a New York City homeless person for money. And also, he's getting pretty close to resisting arrest with that current attitude.
You arrested.
For what? For what? Relax. For what?
Okay.
He keeps operating like he's still in the US, but then he mutes the stream, I'm assuming to hide the details of his arrest from the public. But 2 minutes later, he unmutes so he can say this to the police officer.
Speak English. What are you doing?
No.
Why?
You arrested.
I don't care. Arrest me. I'm gonna go. Yeah, scared of you. We live. Shoutoutparty.com. Come, I'll give you my password. Come. Stop.
Hey, to the creator of Party.com, this is the type of guy who you want to have on your platform, and you're promoting him to do awful things. And then he gets arrested by the cops, and you keep hosting the guy. Parties should be sued to hell and be made irrelevant immediately. Yes, that's right, Party. All the sane people fucking hate you. PARTI. The sanest people in the world fucking hate you.
Stop. I'm chill. Relax.
Don't take a video.
This is not what you want the judge to see before he has to sentence you. I mean, this dude has essentially managed to stack a bunch of petty crimes and turn it into facing 10 years in prison. And he's giving the judge zero reasons to go easy on him with the sentencing. And that is also just for the first trial. The max sentence is 10 years for the first trial only. Then I guess what we're currently seeing unfold could be in the second or third trial. And obviously he'll be tried as a repeat offender then. It's just also tiring at this point. I'm shocked that it got this far.
Don't take a video.
My face. What is the reason?
You are arrested.
For what?
No.
For no.
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 No?
I'm Beagle, American.
I know.
I'm from America.
You arrested.
I don't care. Do it.
You arrested.
Do it then. Do it then. Call the police then. For what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Anonymous sent
Okay,
$5.
no problem. I'm coming.
You arrested.
And just like that, he was arrested. It seems like he was taken into the police station and then they allegedly drove him back home. And because he's not getting immediate consequences, he's bragging about this and he thinks it's super funny. But eventually, his actions will catch up to him. But the guy thinks he's a genius. So in the meantime, we'll just let the genius do his own thing and continue to tear apart his own life for some basic attention online. But hey, if you want to see the full coverage of me flying out to his trial in Korea, you can click on this video right here. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Let's just be very real. The more he does this to himself and the more that he does this in a platform, the more the platform gets in trouble and the more he gets in trouble. He'll never leave Korea. Heck, he'll never leave on his own because Korea is not allowing him to leave, which is good. They should not. They should definitely make sure that he does not go anywhere. For the sake of sanity, if for the sake of the sanity of everyone else, he should stay in Korea, face his crime, face a lot of crime, a lot of time there. Just make sure that if there is a chance, you should make sure that there is something that could at least make him regret everything. If that includes making sure that he spends years, heck, decades, I don't care. He should spend decades to make sure that he stays in somewhere contained, away from society for a very long time. He doesn't take life. He makes life miserable. And he's a sad man. Should never be made a model of for anything. He shouldn't. It's just. And by the way, he should not even be given a platform at all. Party who gives him a platform should be sued to hell. Sued to hell. All right? I am just looking. Party streaming platform. It's Web3. Party, the Web3 creator economy and live stream platform. The next gen creator platform. This is the problem. This is the problem with this. They keep letting off creators just because they get all the attention. This is bad. Look at this. Party paying streamers thousands of dollars to stream, and then they just make sure that. What is Party? New IRL streaming site challenges Twitch. Fuck you, Party. This is absolutely wrong. This is absolutely wrong. Guys, you know, removing Ramsey from Kick is definitely not enough. Making Party non-existent should be our next crusade. This is absolutely not good for us. The degeneracy will definitely keep ramping up. It's a good thing. It's a good thing I brought this up because the degeneracy will continue to keep going. If not on the Kick platform, because they're seeing the problem with degeneracy because they removed Jack Doherty and Ramsey. But now there's another platform to make sure that the degeneracy continues. We should stop this. Make sure to take the fight to them, because if you give degeneracy a platform, it will keep surviving. We have got to stop degeneracy from surviving in a platform. And they're surviving in a platform right now, which makes it bad for all of us. Really, we have got to stop this. We have got to stop this from spreading. And we're the people who have the capability to do this, because we keep attention to these things, and we make sure that we are not in the stupid side of the world. The stupid side of the world and the degenerate part of the world is taking over, all because we are ignoring the actual issue. Giving degenerates and morons a platform to begin with. And Party right here, P-A-R-T-I, Party is not doing everyone any favors. Well, they're doing everyone favors because they give them something to watch, sure. But this platform is willing to pay for the degeneracy to continue, thus making this platform much as guilty as the news and streamers who are using this platform. Party is guilty. No doubt about it, okay? They're guilty. We got to cancel them fast.